Kashmir, nestled in the Himalayas, is renowned for its breathtaking beauty. Snow-capped peaks, verdant valleys, and pristine lakes have captivated travelers for centuries. Yet beneath this picturesque facade lies a history marred by conflict and turmoil. For decades, Kashmir has been a focal point of tension between India and Pakistan. Its fate entangled in a complex web of historical grievances, political maneuvering, and international interests. Understanding the current situation requires delving into the historical tapestry that has shaped this contested region. The roots of the conflict can be traced back to the partition of British India in 1947. The creation of India and Pakistan along religious lines ignited one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Amidst this upheaval, the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir, with its Muslim-majority population but a Hindu ruler, faced a pivotal decision to join India or Pakistan. The Maharaja's indecision led to a conflict that drew both India and Pakistan into a war over Kashmir. The war ended in 1949 with a ceasefire line dividing the region, leaving a third of Kashmir under Pakistani control and the rest with India. This unresolved dispute sowed the seeds of future conflicts and continues to cast a long shadow over the region. For decades, Jammu and Kashmir held a unique status within the Indian Union. Article 370 of the Indian Constitution granted the state a significant degree of autonomy, including its own constitution, flag, and the right to formulate its own laws on most matters except defense, foreign affairs, and communications. This special status was seen as a key element in preserving Kashmir's distinct identity and accommodating the aspirations of its people. However, on August 5, 2019, the Indian government took the unprecedented step of revoking Article 370, effectively stripping Jammu and Kashmir of its autonomy and dividing it into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. This move, implemented amidst a heavy security presence and a communication blackout, sent shockwaves through the region and beyond. The political landscape of Jammu and Kashmir is complex and multifaceted, shaped by historical grievances, competing aspirations, and a legacy of mistrust. The revocation of Article 370 in 2019 further complicated the situation, altering the political dynamics and raising questions about the future of democracy in the region. Understanding the perspectives of key political actors is crucial to navigating the intricate web of Kashmiri politics. The National Conference and the People's Democratic Party, two prominent regional parties, have played significant roles in shaping the political discourse in Kashmir. The National Conference, historically seen as advocating for greater autonomy within the Indian Union, has been a vocal critic of the revocation of Article 370. The party argues that the move was unconstitutional and has called for the restoration of Jammu and Kashmir's special status. The People's Democratic Party, or PDP, and the National Conference, often called NC, are two prominent regional parties in Jammu and Kashmir. They have long played pivotal roles in shaping the political landscape of the region. While both parties share a commitment to safeguarding the interests of the Kashmiri people, their approaches to achieving this goal have differed significantly. This difference really reflects their distinct ideological underpinnings and political strategies. The PDP, founded by Mufti Muhammad Saeed in 1999, emerged as a significant force in Kashmiri politics by advocating for a softer approach towards separatism and a greater emphasis on dialogue and reconciliation. The relationship between India and Pakistan has been fraught with tension and mistrust since the birth of both nations in 1947. The Kashmir dispute, a legacy of partition, has been a major flashpoint leading to 3 wars and numerous skirmishes between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. Despite intermittent attempts at dialogue and confidence-building measures, the path to lasting peace has been elusive, marred by deep-seated suspicions, political calculations, and the involvement of non-state actors. The 2019 Pulwama attack, in which a suicide bomber rammed an explosive-laden vehicle into a convoy of Indian security forces, marked a significant escalation in tensions. The attack, claimed by Jaish-e-Mohammed, a Pakistan-based terrorist group, resulted in the deaths of 40 Indian soldiers and prompted a swift and forceful response from India. India launched airstrikes on what it claimed were terrorist training camps inside Pakistan, marking the first time since the 1971 war that Indian warplanes had crossed the line of control. Pakistan retaliated with airstrikes of its own, targeting Indian military installations along the line of control. The exchange of fire raised fears of a wider conflict between the two nuclear-armed neighbors, prompting international calls for restraint and de-escalation. The Kashmir dispute has long been a subject of international attention, with global powers recognizing the potential for conflict between India and Pakistan, both nuclear-armed nations. The international community's approach to the Kashmir issue has been shaped by a complex interplay of geopolitical considerations, strategic alliances, and economic interests. While there is a broad consensus on the need for a peaceful resolution, perspectives on the path to achieving this goal vary widely. The United States, a key player in South Asian geopolitics, has historically maintained a neutral stance on the Kashmir dispute, urging both India and Pakistan to engage in dialogue to find a peaceful resolution. The United States has long been a significant player in South Asian affairs, its influence shaped by a complex interplay of strategic interests, economic ties, and historical relationships. Washington's approach to the Kashmir dispute has evolved over the decades, reflecting changing geopolitical realities and domestic political considerations. Understanding the US factor is crucial to comprehending the dynamics surrounding the Kashmir issue and the prospects for its resolution. During the Cold War, the US viewed Pakistan as a key ally in its efforts to contain Soviet influence in South Asia. The future of Kashmir remains uncertain, its fate hanging in the balance as regional and global powers navigate a complex web of competing interests and historical grievances. The aspirations of the Kashmiri people, long caught in the crossfire of a protracted conflict, yearn for a peaceful and prosperous future, one where their voices are heard and their rights are respected. Achieving this vision, however, requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders to break free from the shackles of the past and chart a new course towards lasting peace and reconciliation. The path to a brighter future for Kashmir is fraught with challenges. The deep-seated mistrust between India and Pakistan, fueled by decades of conflict and animosity, remains a significant obstacle to dialogue and cooperation. The involvement of non-state actors, particularly terrorist groups operating from Pakistani soil, continues to pose a serious threat to regional security and stability. Moreover, the internal political dynamics within Kashmir, characterized by divisions along regional, religious, and ideological lines, add further layers of complexity to the situation. Despite these challenges, there are glimmers of hope. The recent thaw in relations between India and Pakistan, marked by a ceasefire agreement along the line of control and a resumption of back-channel diplomacy, offers a window of opportunity for dialogue and de-escalation. The international community, recognizing the potential for conflict between two nuclear-armed neighbors, has a crucial role to play in encouraging both sides to engage in meaningful negotiations and find a peaceful resolution to the Kashmir dispute. The people of Kashmir, weary of conflict and eager for a brighter future, deserve to have their voices heard and their aspirations respected. Creating a conducive environment for dialogue, reconciliation, and economic development is essential to unlocking the region's vast potential and ensuring a more peaceful and prosperous future for all. The journey towards a lasting solution to the Kashmir issue will be long and arduous, but the pursuit of peace and justice remains a moral imperative and a strategic necessity.